taking on the home team of the Pittsburgh Trends Elite 13 and under. Pens on top this morning, 3-1. They're going to come out. Gunnar Morgan at center. Kelly Sullivan at right wing. Cole Mowry at left wing. Bryce Monheim and Lee Loya round out the defense, and Nate Kinney in net. Nice pass intercepted there by Morgan. He tries to center one through Mowry, gets intercepted, backhanded along the boards from OBJ. They're going to try to chip it out. Good forward check by Sullivan. He gets tied up in the near corner. OBJ going D to D, stick. Broken up that pass by Sullivan. And Mowry's going to throw it in deep. Morgan gets the stall over to Julius. Julius throws Owen on net. No one there, but he's going to get it on net. Pens complete their line change. Egger, Burkheiser, and Julius out there together. Egger wins the draw to the sideboards. Played over by OBJ. Backhanded behind their own net. Julius on a forward check. Now Burkheiser swoops in for a steal in center ice. OBJ is going to get it into our defensive zone, but Stahl plays it to Markey. Tries to find Julius, but can't. Icing waved off. Kinney's going to play behind his own net. Throws it up along the boards from his forehand. Intercepted by OBJ. Markey steps up, creates a bit of a confusion there for Ohio, and Burkheiser's going to take advantage going the other way. He throws one on net, stuck there on the corner. Puck's still loose. Well, that's going to be a stoppage of play. Jimenez coming out with Reeling and Ferguson. Michael and Caulfield. Jimenez spins one towards the net. Reeling gives chase. Now Michael steps up, but the puck gets plunked into our defensive zone. Caulfield first man back. He retreats, throws one off the boards. Jimenez is there, tries sliding across ice. No one home. It's going to allow Columbus to get the puck in. Nice check there by Gunnar. Reeling gets the team fired up on the bench there. Jimenez now bringing it up ice. Thrown in the zone by Caulfield. Sorry, that was Ferguson. Nice stick there by Reeling. Creates a turnover for Ferguson. He goes 5-hole. I thought he had him. Beautiful play there from Reeling to Ferguson. Now the pass from Caulfield to Reeling broken up. Michael's going to get it. Plays it along the boards, but not out. Stick to side by the netminder for Columbus. Now Ferguson gives chase. Coming out into our defensive zone. Nate's going to stick that one down, going wide of the net. He controls it for his defense. Sullivan backhands one behind the boards to Caulfield. Nice defensive play there. Sully steps into a intercepted pass. Here comes Mowry the other way. He gets it to the red line and in deep. Cam Shaddis now on the ice with Sullivan, Mowry, Monheim, and William. Running a solo booth right now. Don't have my partner, the Commodore, with me. Rumor has it he might be listening. If so, couldn't be more delighted. Loya's going to regroup in his defensive zone to Sullivan. Sullivan plays it up ice to Mowry. He puts it on his backhand. Bottom of the circle, one-timer attempt to Shaddis. He whipped on the shot. Nice looking pass from the Little Rig. I'm still not sure if I like Little Rig or Small Rig better. Either way, Mowry with a nice touch pass there. OBJ's going to throw that one in the zone and could be called a high stick. It depends. 11-11 left in the first period. Burkheiser, Gunnar Morgan, and Egger out there together. With Stahl and Markey. Franco played a wonderful game in net in game one. Kinney there in game two. Stahl intercepts one, spins out of trouble, gets it to the red line and in deep. First man there, that's Egger. He's going to tie up the stick of the Blue Jackets. Now he's using his skates to pin the puck along the boards. Burkeiser reaching in. Puck bounces back to Morgan. He circles top of the circle. Shot deflected high and into the air. Stick down unnecessarily for a moment, but now OBJ has it. They're coming the other way. Markey back checking. Nice cross-ice pass shot. Glove save by Kinney. That puck went the other way in a heartbeat. Markey was down low for some reason, and then he played the puck with a high stick. OBJ didn't wait for anything. They got it and went the other way pretty quickly. Ferguson, Reeling, Julius out there with Michael and Caulfield. Puck one out of the offensive zone. OBJ is going to have to retreat. And they're going to have a turnover that Michael picks up. Michael's looking for a dangerous pass and it doesn't connect. Ferguson now to Reeling. Reeling to the red line, backhand one down. Caulfield is going to be the first man there. Nobody covering for him at the moment. Now Julius does. Puck all the way back down to our defensive zone. Julius is the first one there. He backhands one up to Michael along the boards. Michael to Reeling. Reeling gets stuck at the red line. Now he has it back with a little bit of space. Creates a nice move. Nice drop pass there to Ferguson. Reeling spun around, took the defender with him. Loya stepping up on a nice pinch. Reeling and Julius exiting the ice now for a change. Ferguson has it below the goal line, gets tied up by the referee. Sullivan on a forecheck now. He gets pinned along the boards. Maury comes over for some support, just launches two guys in the air. The little rig with a big hit. And that puck's going to come all the way down for an icing. 9:09 left in the first. I'm not bold enough to do an unofficial shots on goal as the Commodore likes to. But Marcy is keeping track of shots on goal. She has it 4-1 Pens with 9:09 left in the first. Jimenez, Maury, and Sullivan take the draw to the left of the netminder. Columbus controls, but Jake comes away with a steal momentarily. Now OBJ spins out of trouble. He's still darting around in his own defensive zone. Finds a man at center ice, and OBJ's out the other way. Loya back, nice stick by Monheim. Shot, deflected, not sure if that got through or not. Into the corner it goes. OBJ plays it up to the point, walks the blue line dangerously, stayed in the zone. That's going to lead to a turnover though. Jimenez controls, finds Sullivan at the center ice. His pass gets knocked down by the body of the little rig. Gunnar Morgan on the ice now with Ferguson and Shaddish, Loya and Stahl. Play moving right to left here on the screen. Stick aside there by Kinney. Played into the near corner. Stahl has it. A little head of steam. Gets it up to Gunnar Morgan. 3-on-2 developing here. Shaddish to the net. Ferguson with a shot. Didn't get through. Ferguson's having himself an afternoon right now. Intercepted there. Gunnar Morgan backhands it along. Ferguson gives a good forecheck effort here. But almost played out of the zone. Markey uses his whole body to keep that one where it is. Now OBJ does punch it out, but it's not going to go very far. Stahl circles back to the defensive zone. Plays a soft one off the boards, kind of left Shaddish in no man's land. Now Stahl gets it back off his body, plays it down. Gunnar Morgan gets pushed into the boards at the blue line. A lot of Pens stuck on one side of the ice. Nice, smart play by Stahl to get it to the other side. Markey now with a head of steam. Doesn't get it in deep. It causes an offsides. Defense had the option there. They gained the red line. Could have got it in deep. Tried to skate it themselves. And that's going to lead to an offsides. Burkheiser, Julius reeling out there together. Burkheiser tied up his man, allowed Reeling to come in and get the face-off. He punches along the boards. Burkheiser now behind the net. Throws one out to Michael at the point. He steps into a shot. Big blocker save. Rebound control by OBJ. Passed out to Caulfield. He punches it right back to Reeling. Reeling tries to get it to Julius, who got it off of deflection. He spins. Tries to send it past to Reeling. He didn't catch it. Drops one down low for Burkheiser. Burkheiser circling behind his net. Plays it out to Michael at the point. Michael shoots one. Stick to side into the corner. Burkheiser gives effort. Nice stick by Caulfield. He had a man streaking behind him. That's Julius now slaps one in deep into the zone. Reeling's there with him. A lot of traffic. Gets it out to Burkheiser. Shot. Save. What a shift. 6:21 left in the first. Puck never left the zone. Or if it did momentarily, Caulfield with two nice keeps. Allowed those three to really get after it. Julius with a beautiful backhand pass to Reeling, who is also on his backhand. They somehow had themselves on the reverse side of the ice. They couldn't handle that pass. Egger, a late arrival to the faceoff dot here. Now he joins his line mates of Murray and Sullivan. Offensive zone draws lost, controlled by OBJ. They're going to chip it past Loya. Sullivan gets hammered from behind. That's going to lead to OBJ controlling the puck below the goal line. Nice pass from Murray out to Egger. That's going to give the Pens a little bit of space. Egger tries a fancy move. Gets knocked to the ice. Monheim gets ridden into the boards. Physical play turning up a little. Columbus had one goal in the first game. Can't say it was a very crafty goal. It was a shot through traffic and a rebound goal. Pens definitely controlling the pace of play first two games here. But as they often do, let teams stick around. Right now it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. 5:23 left in the first. Loya ties up his man. This is going to be an icing. And with 5:16 left in the first, we'll take another offensive zone draw to the right of the net line. These are the moments you would want to turn to the Commodore, get a little bit of his insight as to what is and could be happening for the Pens. I'm left in the dark at the moment, so I'm going to just tell you what's going on. Morgan wins the faceoff. Shaddis controls it along the near boards, far boards. Markey to Morgan. Backhanded up to Shaddis. Stall streaking to the corner of the net. No one's back. Now Markey is. Markey makes a strong play there to keep it in the zone. He's going to skate it all the way behind the net. He's going to circle, still circling. Circling. Gets it to Ferguson behind the net. Played up to Morgan. Puck's going to squirt out here to center ice. Markey's going to bring it right back in. Really good offensive zone time here for the Pens. Shaddis steps into an interception, fumbles it away. Allows OBJ to take it the other way. Nice defensive play. Markey punches it out. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication. Ferguson and Morgan weren't sure who was going to grab it. Now Ferguson does. He gets it over to Shaddis. Gets driven into the boards. Bluetooth headphones just turned off. I guess they were never really working. Hopefully you can still hear me what's going on. Kinney plays it behind his own net. Nice play up the boards, but intercepted. Pens on an odd line change here. Shot, bodied down by Kinney. Burkheiser wins the defensive zone draw to Julius, who gets it to Reeling, who gets it right back to Julius unnecessarily. And now Burkheiser's just going to skate it. He leaves it for Reeling. Reeling plays it up the boards to Burkheiser. Burkheiser finds Reeling. Oh, one in front of the net. What a pass. Those three looking good together. Burkheiser, crafty behind the net, finds Reeling, who's the beneficiary of a puck sitting in front of the net. Found the back of the net. Julius leaves his glove on the bench for the celebration, his trademark celebration move. Burkheiser to Rilling puts them up 1-0 with 3:30 left in the first. Intercepted by Caulfield. Oh, nice little pass through the legs of the defender. Tries to get it to Burkheiser to Rilling. Puck bounces out. Michael has it. Tipped by Julius. Bouncing puck. Not much to say here. No one wants it. Caulfield circling back. He's getting more and more comfortable every game. Pass intercepted by Rilling. Gets it to Julius. Julius goes on his backhand. Him and Rilling like to confuse each other. Burkheiser gets it now. He's circling again. Rilling decides to get off the ice. Burkheiser still circling. No defenseman back right now. Michael and Caulfield go deep and low. Burkheiser bounces one off the boards just over Julius's stick. Backhanded by Sullivan. Julius rams a guy from behind into the boards. No call. Egger with a nice stick. It's quiet here in the Pens Arena. Most of the older teams up in Utica, New York, making their trek home. And that's a long shot from Maury. There is a public skate going on the Covestro rink at the moment. And we're the only game this afternoon. 2:22 left in the first. Egger going to take another offensive zone draw. OBJ controls it. I think Gunnar Morgan might have the best face-off percentage on the team. The rest of the team, area of improvement perhaps. The Big Rig Jr. Maybe Big Rig Jr. is going to stick over a Little Rig or a Small Rig. Stahl back behind his own net. Nice pass up to Big Rig Jr. He flips it out to Sullivan. They can't connect, but Gabe's there. Nice play, strong stick. OBJ gets back in position. They fumble away the pass. Now Loya coming in for a nice pinch. Smart play there, keeps them pinned down where they are. Pass coming the other way. Gunnar Morgan does a nice defensive play. He's had himself a nice day. Great morning game. All over the ice. Long stretch pass to Shadish. He takes a shoulder but gets it in the offensive zone. Ferguson and Morgan. This line's been buzzing as well. Stahl up the boards to Morgan. Morgan, nice pass to Shadish. Him and Ferguson were both cutting in the same spot. And Morgan put it there. Couldn't get a shot on goal though. Ferguson plays out to center ice. As you heard Marcy say, 1 minute remaining in the period. Loya in his own defensive zone. Backhand pass, dangerous. Picked off by Columbus, but Stahl's there. Stahl's so fast and strong. Showed off a little bit of athleticism there. Shot from the point, tip. Nice play by Kinney. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but he's pitching a shutout. Big pad save there. Juicy rebound, played back to the point. Columbus turning up a little bit of heat here. Backhand shot, 2 rebounds. 2 shots, as you're saying, a rebound. Kinney all over it. Seeing the puck well, moving well. 26 seconds left in the period. Burkheiser is going to take a defensive zone draw with Markey and Caulfield, Rilling and Julius. Turnover by the Pens. Caulfield goes full body laydown. He intercepted that pass. Nice play there. Shot from the point. Got past the net. 6 seconds left. Rilling's going to just float one out of the zone and let this period come to its conclusion. And there you have it. 1 period in the books. Pens on top, 1-0 on Gunnar Rilling's goal from Burkheiser. 10-5 according to Marcy, shots on goal. The Commodore chiming in that unforgivable to speak of a shutout. I have to disagree. I like the audience to know what's going on at home. they can't handle the pressure, I'm not sure that they're ready for the big times. The national bound teams did a rather good job up in Utica, New York. The 09s were 2-1. The 11s undefeated and unchallenged. Can't speak on the 10s or the U18s, but I believe the 10s had won. I know they did on Saturday. Unsure about Friday, Sunday. And the 2012s are looking to stay untouched here at home. Unbeaten so far this year. Only loss coming on the road at Honey Baked on a travel day. On a school travel day. There were some kids who actually went to school in the morning before heading to Detroit. Hopefully their parents will realize their errors and commit to the semi-professional life that we've all sold our souls to. Regardless, the second period will begin with Kinney in net. Michael and Caulfield on defense, Reeling, Burkheiser, and Julius as your forwards. I was saying earlier, Caulfield getting more and more comfortable every game. Never easy to be a new player on a team that's been together for a few years, but he's certainly finding himself an integral role within this team. Reeling gets it at the red line, and it's going to be taken away. Now Julius circling back. Pass up to Reeling, mishandled from Caulfield to Reeling. Now this puck's intercepted by Reeling, gets it to Burkheiser, to Caulfield. He gets one to the face. No call, oddly enough. That was definitely hands to the face. Reeling's going to let this one play back to Michael. He slaps at it, but doesn't get it in too far, and here comes OBJ the other way. They mishandle that, and it's a quick 3-on-2 the other way. Burke, oh my. You talk about unforgivable. The Burkheisers might not ever forgive Julius for that egregious offsides. Was about to be a 3-on-2. The Pens go offsides. Maury, Gumenis, Sullivan jump out there with Markey and Stahl. 14-15 left in the period. Markey throws a shoulder into his man. Stahl bounces one off the boards. Gumenis is going to be there. He plays it back to OBJ. Now they throw one on net, but Markey's there to intercept it. Nicely done as he gets it to Big Rig Jr. He throws it across ice. Gumenis tips it up to Sullivan, who just immediately launches it into the corner. Played back to the point. Stahl comes in, grabs it, gets it to Maury. He backhands one. Gumenis back to Stahl. Softly plays one over to Markey. Markey back to Stahl. Stahl's going to shoot one. Maury tips it into the corner. Good offensive zone pressure here. Jake's moving the puck well, gets that one to the point, and we're going to have a penalty here. Interference. I think somebody moved. I don't really know what happened. There was a stick on the ice. They called Jake for 2 minutes interference. 30 interference. Melissa Julius running the scoreboard tonight. Appreciate her efforts. Otherwise, it's a solo broadcast. Hope you all are enjoying at home. 13:30 remaining in the second. Ferguson's out there, Gunnar Morgan. These two have been dynamic together. Smart pairing, in my opinion, on the first PK. And pass it himself. OBJ is going to bring this one out of the zone. Stahl and Michael on defense. OBJ brings it in the zone. Nice stick by Ferguson, stopping that momentum. But here they come on a 2-on-1. What a stick by Michael. Landon Michael down low, right in front of the goalie. There was I like to call it a modified 2-on-1. Just sort of developed there in our defensive zone. And Landon Michael all by himself. Nice stick, breaks up that pass attempt. And now Ferguson and Morgan causing a little bit of havoc in the offensive zone on the forecheck. OBJ way offsides. The ref doesn't call it. Backhand pass gets all the way through. Shot just wide of the net. It's going to stay in the zone, though, controlled by OBJ. Penn's out of position here. Fergie's on defense. Puck bounces in the air and gloved down by Kinney. Shutout intact. 25 seconds remaining on the minor. Gabe communicated to Gumenes saying, you stay on the ice after these 25 seconds are up. Gabe, with no doubt this penalty will be killed. Him, Shadish, Loya, and Monheim. Cross-ice pass, found a man, couldn't handle it. Commodore likes to call that the trigger point, or the trigger spot. I agree with him. Shot wildly outside, but Kinney gloves it down anyway. 8 seconds remaining. Long shot, rebound, nice stick by Loya. There was a man in front of the net with a loose puck. Gumenes now backhands one out to Edgar. We're back to 5-on-5. Monheim's there. He chips it off the boards. OBJ now is offsides. 11:45. Good penalty kill by the Pens. That puck was loose in front of the net. Long reach by an OBJ player, was about to bury it, and Loya lifted his stick and allowed another Pens defenseman to clear the puck. Edgar, Shadis, and Gumenes, a power line out there together with Stahl and Markey. Backhand pass, one-timer, kicked down by Stahl, saved by Kinney. Gumenes now throws it cross ice. Shadis is there. He swims around his man, shoots and scores! Cam Shadis from Gumenes. Gumenes tackles him. And a power celebration. I call that a swim move. I'm not sure what the Commodore would describe it as. Play the puck to the left, coming from his right, put his arm over the defender, and went blocker side low for a goal. The second goal of the game for the Pens comes from Cam Shadis, courtesy of Jake Gumenes. Burkheiser wins this draw back to Stahl. Stahl back. Julius now looking to see who's going to grab it. He's just going to skate over there and get it himself. Markey and Julius in a disagreement on who should have been there. Really now just skates it in the zone himself. Really now going hard to the net. Shot. Bad save, but leaves it for Julius. Stahl with a beautiful keep. He's got it in Burkheiser's skates. Now Burkheiser has it behind the net. Burkheiser plays it to Reeling. Reeling back to Burkheiser. Burkheiser over to Julius. Julius shoots it to the belly of the goalie. Nice puck movement there. That line's creating a little bit of chaos in the offensive zone, but they're going to get pulled here. Swim move's a real thing. All right. Caulfield and Michael out on the fence. Morgan's going to take the offensive zone draw. I love it. And of course, he wins it. Caulfield with a long shot that got the nick of a defenseman, but he survives and gets it out to OBJ. Sullivan and Mowry out there as well. Centering pass at the skates. Nice stick by Caulfield to break it up in front of the net. Now he's going to join a 3-on-3 the other way. The Big Rig Jr. gets ridden to the ice. But he got it all the way deep into the zone, gives his team a chance to forecheck. 2-on-1 the other way. Big Rig Jr. just returned the favor to the player that had sort of knocked him down. Now it's a 3-on-1 though. Gunnar Morgan, Mowry, Sullivan, just a shot attempt. 3-on-1 chance there with 9:52 left in the period. Morgan created that opportunity himself, and he had Sullivan and Mowry joining him. Ferguson, Gumenes, and Egger out there. Loya and Mannheim to the left of the OBJ netminder. 9:52 left in the second. It is the second period. Nice defensive play there by Loya. Pass all the way on the net. Our defense is getting way deep in the crease today. Mannheim was in the crease and came away with that save or interception. Landon Michael had done something similar earlier. Maybe it's a new strategy. It's working. Mannheim throws it around the boards. Ferguson lets it go. Gumenes lets it go. Loya picks it up. His shot gets deflected at the blue line. The Pens are back safely, though. OBJ throws it in deep. Can you change the period? Gabe Edward the other way. Taking his time, looking over his options. Tried to get to Ferguson, they can't connect. OBJ streaking the other way. They got a 2-on-1. Shot, nice stick by Markey, deflected, took some heat off of that shot. Kinney came up with the save and did the rest. Burkheiser out there now with Reeling and Ferguson. That shot tipped high and over the net. No one really giving chase. Now Reeling gets it, he spins back. Plays it along the boards, behind the net to Markey. Markey's gonna flip one out to center ice. Reeling and Burkheiser. Reeling stays on side this time. Takes a man with him. Burkheiser shoots it just over the net. Is that net regulation size? Stahl has it. He takes a tumble to the ice. Now he crosses ice. Opens up a little bit of space for Markey to skate it. Markey overskates it. Gets it to Julius, who throws it over to the far side, picked up by Burkheiser with some speed. He's got it on his backhand. I thought he might have been trying to Michigan. I'm not sure. It looked like it was developing in his hands. Julius rubs his man off. Intercepted by Markey. Markey back to Julius, and that's going to be a turnover. Markey's the other way. Now Burkheiser hustles back, though. His stick creates a deflected pass opportunity there. Stahl tips it off Reeling's stick. Reeling ties his man up, allows Stahl to skate it out for a second. Now Stahl backhands one to Julius. Touch pass to Reeling. Reeling coming around wide. Reeling shot, save. Intercepted by Mowry. Mowry gets Reeling all alone in front of the net. His shot, poor shot choice, and a save. Great play by Mowry to punch it up to Reeling. He's going to be thinking about that one later, if not told by other family members about that one later. Icing waved off. 6:50 left in the second period. Caulfield to Shadish. Landon Michael coming up with a nice interception. Another interception. Plays it over to Caulfield. To Mowry. He tries to chip one in center ice. No one home. Picked up by Caulfield, though. To Michael. Gunnar Morgan gives chase. Caulfield plays it over to Landon. Michael gets it to Mowry. Stick to side. A lot of play in the neutral zone here. Caulfield gets it, though. Spinorama by OBJ. Shot blocked by Caulfield. Kinney's on the ice. Coach is screaming net's off. It is off. Now the ref is lifting it as Kinney comes up with a glove save. Beautiful teamwork there with the referee and Kinney. 6 minutes left in the second period. 2-0 Pens on top. Gumenes coming out there with Sullivan and Ferguson. Mannheim and Loya. One into the skates of Mannheim. Mannheim gets ridden into the boards. Backhand pass from Ferguson. Mannheim, nice pass over to Sullivan. Hops off his stick into center ice. Controlled by the Blue Jackets. They throw it in. Reed's there in good position. Nice up ice pass just off of Gumenes' stick. Forecheck by Sullivan, causing his man to spin around. And that's going to allow Loya to come up with an interception. He flicks one across ice to Ferguson. Now Now Gumenis just powers one into the zone, gives chance for Sullivan on the far boards to pick it up. He spins, protects the puck nicely, allows Gumenis to come over and help out. 2-on-2 battle there on the far boards. Sullivan's going to get it, smacks it the other way, gives Ferguson a chance to get there, and he does. Gumenis now, tied up. Beaten by OBJ. Oh, nice shoulder there. And Loya deep in the crease knocks that puck away. It's a new strategy, and it's working. The defensemen for the Pens are in the crease while they're coming up with these interceptions. Third one that I've seen today. Gumenis skating up ice. We have a delayed penalty. Kinney's coming off the ice, but the Pens decide to just dump it in the zone. Pens on the power play. And here we go. Reeling, Burkheiser, Julius, Edgar, and Caulfield. They're looking at each other to understand who's playing where. Some interesting decisions here for a second period intermission. It's not long enough, perhaps, to go over some of the Commodores' recommended topics. This is not a 16U intermission type of setup. OBJ deciding which four they want out there. And here we go. 4:43 left in the second. Face off by Burkheiser. Smacked out by Julius. Backhand from Reeling to Caulfield. Caulfield over to Edgar. Power play set up. Edgar slides it over to Burkheiser. Got him in his skates. Caulfield's there, keeps it in the zone momentarily. And now it's going to come out. And off one of the Pens players along the bench. Got to have Chris passing on the power play. That wasn't it. 4:24 left in the second. Pens are going to go back in the offensive zone for this face-off. Refs ruling that Columbus unnecessarily threw it into their bench. Burkheiser describing where and how he's going to win this face-off. Talking to Edgar, and he does win it cleanly. Reeling to Caulfield, they sort of miscommunicate, and now Reeling just throws it down to Julius, who gets it up the boards to Burkheiser. Back to the point. Caulfield throws one down low. Doesn't connect with Edgar. Julius swoops in nicely, though. Not a clean power play at the moment. Julius has it. Gets it over to Edgar. Edgar with nobody in front of the net at the moment. He smartly plays it over to Caulfield. Caulfield snaps a shot. Deflected high and wide. Nice play there defensively by OBJ. They got it high and off the glass to exit the zone. But the Pens are right back. Good touch pass from Edgar to Burkheiser. Burkheiser with some speed. Now he's just going to throttle back. Looking over his options. Him and Caulfield switching. Edgar back to Burkheiser. 17 seconds remaining on this power play. It's been good zone time. Not a lot of good scoring chances per se. And a really nice defensive play comes away with a steal. Nothing happening there for the Pens. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Caulfield up to Reeling off his stick. Puck still loose. And now the penalty is over. A non-eventful power play for the Pens, and they have four forwards here stuck on the ice together. Let's see if one of them realizes it. Julius cleans up a man at center ice. Burkheiser with speed the other way. Now he spins back. Drops one on his backhand. Reeling's going to sort of give chase, but not really. And now OBJ has it. Edgar knocks his man to the ice. Now Reeling does come away with it. Backhand shot, still loose in front of the net. Good steal there by Edgar. Got Reeling a shot. Backhanded into the belly of the goalie. Julius with a big hit in center ice. One of those that you sort of dream of. Kid had his head down, puck was bouncing. He finally controlled the puck, and there was Julius's shoulder through his chest. Knocked him to the ice. Was a beautiful thing. 2:30 left in the second. Now Shadish is out there. Stahl keeps, nice nifty move by Stahl. Keeps it in and then dangles a couple of people. Intercepted by Markey. Markey with some speed. He shoots and he scores! His second of the day! top shelf glove hand. Markey on the interception. Coming in with some speed, and he's got a nice little shot. He went top shelf. 3-0, Pens on top. Initially kept in by Stahl, kept that play going. Markey was the beneficiary of it all as he winds up getting a beautiful goal. He said it was unassisted. I agree. That was an interception by Markey. And in the zone, here we go. Centering pass broken up in the defensive zone. Stahl backhands one to Ferguson. He gently plays it out of the zone as he takes on a big hit. Gunnar Morgan on a nice forecheck. Puck comes back into the defensive zone. Markey regroups, fires a pass out to Shadish. He avoids a big hit. OBJ comes away with the puck though. Markey goes on a pinch, and that's going to leave a 2-on-1. Gunnar Morgan hustling back, and Kinney flashes the leather with another glove save. Minute 31 left in the period. Kinney looks calm, cool, and collected, pitching a shutout with 1:30 left in the second. I don't know if you're supposed to talk about a no-hitter or a shutout, but I like to talk about both, and I think they're entertaining topics, so hopefully the Kinney family's enjoying it, as their son is, or grandson, or nephew, is pitching a shutout. Very similar to a no-hitter in some regards. OBJ the other way, centering pass was there, but OBJ could not get a decent shot on it. Gumenis up to Maury, puts it on his backhand. Gets tied up along the far boards, gets it over to Gumenis, who backhands one. Sullivan couldn't get there. And that one's just past Monheim. It's going to be an icing. No, it's not. It's going to get on net. Kinney plays it out. Monheim slides it across to Michael. Michael up ice. Tried to connect with Maury, they can't, but that's not going to be an icing. Gumenis gives chase, 30 seconds left in the period. Wheeling's on the ice now. He gets it on his stick, nowhere to really go, so it's just going to bounce out to the center ice. Markey to Loya. Loya with a dangerous pass there with 10 seconds. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Beautiful backdoor pass. Markey hustled back, got his stick at least in the avenue of that pass. 1 second remaining. Pens living on the edge there. But you see the scoreboard. It remains 3-0. Blue Jacket player just exiting the arena at the moment. 3-0, end of 2. Marcy has it 20-16 shots on goal. I think the Commodore would have it slightly higher for the Pens, although he happens to be, this is a very handsy group, very handsy, the 12s. He happens to be very stingy with the 09s, I've noticed. I couldn't say I agreed with him during any of the 3 games, although he only broadcasted 2. So I guess I'm inaccurate. But the first 2, him and John Dunn were all over the place with inaccurate shots on goal totals. It was distracting for the listener. But he wasn't in his element, didn't have his normal broadcast partner, totally understandable. Pens on top, 3-0 heading into the third. Trying to remain undefeated at home. As they head off to Chicago for the Summit Series this upcoming weekend. And supposedly playing the best team, or one of the best teams in the country, TI, so it should be a good weekend. The Mission, TI, and many other good teams out there. Until then, we got 15 minutes left in the third. Burkheiser to take the draw with Rilling and Julius, Michael and Caulfield. face-off. Bouncing around now. Caulfield comes away with it. He tries to get it in deep. Gets it knocked down at the red line. So Burkheiser will play it back to him. Try again. Now he gets it over to Michael. Can't connect with Reeling. Puck's still loose. Now Reeling does have it. He brings it into the offensive zone. Throws it behind the net. Gives Burkheiser a chance to get there. Burkheiser throws a good hit. Lifts a stick. Leaves it for Julius. Julius gets it out to Reeling. Reeling to Burkheiser. And Burkheiser scores. Julius to Reeling to Burkheiser. And the Pens take a commanding 4-0 lead. Gunnar Morgan and Maury out there with Edgar. Puck gets all the way down on net. Goalie's going to freeze it here. Marcy still hasn't updated the scoreboard, but it should be 4-0. It's 4-0 on the live stream, 3-0 in the actual scoreboard in Pens Arena. I guess it's not really Pens Arena, but nevertheless, it is 4-0. Pens on top. Gunnar Morgan along the far boards. Maury swoops in, throws his weight around, but OBJ gets out. Drop pass. Nice back check by Edgar. Gunnar Morgan on the forecheck. Almost created a turnover there. I thought he was about to come away with a steal and a breakaway, maybe a modified breakaway. Backhand attempt. Kinney there. Nice play by OBJ, but a better save by Kinney. He went backhand to forehand, tried to sneak it in the 5-hole, but couldn't. Menace to take a defensive zone draw. Pass through the crease. And that was a good shot and a good goal. Nothing you can do about it. 4-1, Pens still on top. 13:40 left in the game. Right off the face-off. To the left of Kinney. And that pass went through the crease to find Waller. Just sitting, or maybe it's Mahler, sitting all the way back there by himself. Kinney did his best to go left to right. Couldn't get there in time, and it's going to put them on the board. Markey's pass is knocked down, and here's a 2-on-1 for OBJ. Another chance, and a great save by Kinney. 87-34, that combo's working for OBJ. 34 found himself on the back door again. This time he went low, and Kinney got the pad save. It was a beauty. They're going to send Burkheiser out here for this face-off with Julius and Shadish. Saved there by Kinney. Burkheiser gets it up to Monheim. Monheim on the rush, gets it to Burkheiser with speed. He turns the edge, goes backhand, and a nice save by the netminder for OBJ. Cam Shadish has it now, plays it out to the point. Monheim back to Shadish, over to Michael. Tries to get to Burkheiser. Puck is stuck in his pants. Now he gets it down, gets it over to Monheim. His shot gets broken up. Shadish gives hustle to the near corner. Plays it around the boards. And out. Monheim circling back, crossing the red line, putting on his backhand and getting it in deep, but taking a spill to the ice. Good strength there by Monheim to fight that one into the zone. OBJ coming the other way with speed. Michael's in good position. Shadish with a nice back check. Kinney leaves it for Monheim. Now miscommunication just a little bit. Monheim gets ridden into the boards. Michael picks it up. 12:15 left in the period. And OBJ certainly turning up their pace of play. Maybe a little desperate. 3-hour drive home. They want to go home feeling a little bit better than they are right now. Nice play by Julius. Gets it to Gunnar Reeling, who's got Gunnar Morgan. It's a 2-on-1. Reeling shoots it. Reeling gets his own rebound and scores. I think he was shooting for a low pad rebound, but it rebounded to him, and he got the backhand of his own shot attempt. Nice play. I believe that was Julius to get it up to Reeling. And he got himself a 2-on-1 with the other gunner, the OG, the original gunner. Reeling scores on his rebound. 5-1, Penn's on top, 12 minutes remaining in the period. Mowry, Reeling, and Morgan out there together. Stahl to Reeling, who smacks it into the offensive zone. Puck kept in by Stahl. He's quick on that blue line. I didn't think he was going to get to that one, but he did. Tanner Julius did get the assist. Face-off one to Reeling. He plays it back to Caulfield. To Mowry. Runs into the referee. Get out of the way, ref. The Big Rig Jr. is looking to go up ice. You got to get moving. Now Reeling comes away with it center ice. Gets it over to Gunnar Morgan. He circles back. Gets it to Reeling's stick. Reeling now. His shot deflected. Gets into the corner. Mowry's there. Plays it up to Morgan. Morgan slides one through to Reeling. Reeling short angle shot. Gonna get it high enough. Didn't really have an angle. The Big Rig Jr. gets it now. Plays it up to the point with Stahl. Swings it over to Caulfield. Bouncing puck. Oh, almost found Reeling again by himself. Over his stick though. Reeling now deflects it back to Caulfield and out of the zone. Good offensive zone pressure by that group. Mowry had it, Reeling both trying to get that one in deep, but OBJ is going to get it out of the zone. Stahl plays a backhand pass over to Caulfield, ships it to Morgan. Reeling's just going to dump and change. And Morgan with a nice hustle, really nice job. Right at the goal, he got there first. The goalie had no choice but to freeze it. Now we're going to get ourselves an offensive zone draw after we're just trying to dump it in. Those are the nice effort plays Gunnar Morgan always brings to the table. 10-16 left in the ball game. Gumenis to take the draw with Egger and Ferguson. I like Gumenis and Egger out there. Two of the strongest shots on the team. They're electric together. Pass off Loya skates. He gets it up to Ferguson. Ferguson might be the best complement with Gumenis. Tons of speed. Long shot, you heard it. Big blocker save. Rebound all the way out to Ferguson. Ferguson's going to show some of that speed. He dumps it in. Could have been an icing. Should have been an icing. It's not. Waved off. Ferguson's first man there. Loya's going to pinch in nicely. Played off the boards to Ferguson. Gumenis first man there. He chips it around to Egger in the near corner. Egger backhands it up to Stahl. He's got a shooting lane, but he's going to pass it off to Loya. Loya to Ferguson. Below the goal line. Here he comes now. He's got Stahl. Oh, Stahl came down low, and they didn't realize it gave it a blind backhand pass. Just couldn't connect with them. Nice puck possession there for the Pens. Stahl leaves it for Loya. Backhand pass, a little. Got all the way through. How did it happen? I don't know. Gumenis pulls up. Beautiful pass to Julius. He spins on the faceoff dot. Backhand pass to Egger. Julius has been moving the puck nicely today. Markey now at center ice. Plays it out to Burkheiser. Burkheiser circling back off of Markey's stick. Gabe Egger is there though. Plays it up the boards and an icing. 8:33 left in the ball game. Pens ice it. 5-1 Pens on top. Sullivan's going to join Julius and Burkheiser with Markey and Stahl. Burkheiser ties up the draw. Stahl knifes in there. Gets a beauty of a pass out to Julius. Just off his stick and right back in the zone. Markey gets ridden into the boards, picked up by Burkheiser. Burkheiser to Julius, flicks one out to center ice. Nice back check by Sullivan, creates a bit of a turnover. Now he punches it to himself. Nice defensive play by Sullivan led to this chance. Burkheiser has it, spinning around, shot into the goalie, into the corner. Stahl keeps it in with his skates. Tries to get over to Burkheiser. High stick by Sullivan and touched by Stahl. So this would take a defensive zone draw. Ouch. 7:45. I need the Commodore here to explain some of the rules to me. That's always a big part of our relationship. Commodore, highly successful collegiate athlete. He knows how to play hockey at the highest levels. Was also a Pittsburgh Penguins camp, I don't even know what it's called, Futures MVP. More to come on that in another broadcast. Gunnar Morgan to Gunnar Reeling. No goal because Shadish bowled his way into the goalie who's still down. Reeling showing no mercy or remorse, wanting the third goal, not caring about the injured goalie. That's a great move by Gunnar Morgan to go hard into the net with a pass, and Shadish went hard with his body into the net. And they're going to call an interference on Shadish. I like the attempt. He did run him over, and the Pens will be on the penalty kill. Morgan, Reeling, the two gunners out there with Michael and Caulfield. To the right of Kinney, so Reeling's going to take the draw. And he loses it to OBJ. Shot, long shot, loose puck, pad to the side. Reeling tries to flick one out, doesn't get anywhere near getting it out of the zone though. Long shot, big pad save, blocker save I should say. Now it does come out to Reeling, and he's just gonna flick it out. What a save by Kinney. OBJ must have played with a high stick because when they touched up in their defensive zone, they whistle blew. 55 seconds remaining on their power play. 6:56 left in the ball game. Ferguson and Mowry coming out there together now with Caulfield and Michael. OBJ with some speed up ice. They gain the zone. Still going. Michael rides his man wide of the net. Now he's going to pass him off to Caulfield. Mowry throws his stick in the mix. Cole getting down nicely right in front of the shot. Saved by Kinney. Great goaltending will always keep you in the game, and sometimes they'll win the games for you. That's been the story this weekend. 5-1, Pens on top. Only gave up one goal last game with Franco in net, and now Kinney's doing the same. Loya and Monheim come out there to go with Ferguson and Mowry, and Ferguson ships it off the boards. Mowry and Ferguson giving chase. Good effort there, puck coming all the way around the boards. Mowry's first one there, gets it back to Loya over to Monheim. Beautiful penalty kill. Mowry's calling for it. Monheim's going to skate it, and he backhands it in deep. Nice kill here. It's officially 5-on-5. Mowry behind the net. Plays it to Ferguson. His shot just wide of the net. Shadis is out of the penalty box. And now Sullivan comes on. Puck plays back to center ice. Loya's there to Monheim. Monheim throws one off the boards beautifully to Gumenis. He has a nice touch on those passes. Good speed and nice touch. Gumenis with a sauce of a backhand pass to Sullivan. To Mowry, who fires one into the corner. Gumenis and Sullivan give chase. Egger comes on now. And that puck bounces off into the near boards right here in front of our camera. Stahl has it. On his backhand, was thinking about doing something else. Gets it to Markey. Gumenis makes someone miss. Chips it over to Sullivan. They can't connect. Loose puck. Sullivan throws his weight around. OBJ battles. Puck comes out to Stahl, to Markey. He lifts one into the zone and drops it in. Gumenis first man there. Now Egger jumps in. Puck comes out. OBJ the opposite way. Egger threw his hips into a player, just knocked him down. Heard some parents and said, oh. Got everybody off guard how much power he brought to that hip check. Stahl in front of the net, kicks it down, leaves it for Markey. Markey's thinking about another goal here. He's skating up ice. It's 5-1. We'll play aggressive as we want, Coach. OBJ back the other way. Stahl recovers. Burkheiser on now. Does a nice job tying up his man on the weak side. Pad save. Egger there to get the loose puck because there was a OBJ player flying in there. Gabe kicks it to himself and just going to smartly dump it in the corner. Allow the team to go for a change. It's going to be reeling Julius and Burkheiser back together. Burkheiser with a nice forecheck. But OBJ back the other way. Skates knocked down that one by Landon Michael. Landon Michael now up to reeling. He's going to get that one in sort of deep and give chase. He's going to be the first man on the forecheck. He comes away with a steal. Wraparound chance. Threw it just wide of the net. Michael now throws it over to Julius. Julius along the boards to Burkheiser. Burkheiser throws his weight around. Now Reeling joins. Puck stuck in Reeling's feet. Julius there. Now Caulfield pinched in. It's going to be a 2-on-1, but Caulfield's getting back. Michael's going to go to the play. Shot through the crease. Puck all the way around. Now Reeling gets it. Reeling gets it knocked away, but Julius is the first man there. He tries a toe drag. 2 toe drags by Reeling and Julius. Something to talk about the next time they hang out together. Why that didn't work. And the Pens are going to go for a change. 2:53 left in the game. Whoa! Kinney played that one with his stick and his body was out of the net. 5-1. Pens on top. Monheim slides it over to Shadish. Shadish throws across ice to Mowry. Mowry's lining up a shot. On net, good stick save. Big bouncing rebound picked up by Morgan. Morgan spins out of traffic. Tough to steal the puck from him. He puts it on his forehand. Almost hit the ref in the head with a shot. Played up the boards to Shadish. He does a nice spin move. Puck bounces out though. Coming the other way is Bechtel. He has it on his forehand. Nice pass to 86. Shot. Beautiful block shot by Loya. He finds himself in the right position a lot of the time. Morgan now. Just skates it out himself. Like I said, tough to steal it from him. And OBJ overskates that. It's going to be offsides with 1:56 left in the ball game. Ferguson, Gumenis, Sullivan coming out. Gumenis to take the draw. Gets it to Sullivan. Back to OBJ. Good stick by Jake. Jake's going to come down. Puck bouncing in the air. Gets it over to Markey. Markey now going to gain the red line. Throws it in on net. Sticked out for the OBJ defenseman. Sullivan on the forecheck. Ties up his man in the near corner. Gumenis joins him now. It's 2-on-2 over there. They're digging away. Perfectly fine by the Pens to tie up and waste some time here in the corner. And Sullivan hammers that one around. OBJ's going to get there first. Markey in deep on a pinch. Good check, forecheck there by Gumenis. Gets it to Sullivan. Trying to get over to Fergie. Now he does have it. Gumenis comes with another steal. Puck bouncing all over, but Gumenis is the constant. He's all over the puck right now. Markey plays it to himself. Throws it across ice, no one home. Picked up by OBJ. OBJ is going to throw it deep into the zone. 44 seconds left. Stahl backhands one to Julius. His touch pass doesn't connect, but now maybe it will. He gets it back. Now he plays up to Burkheiser, who's looking to get it back to Julius, and he does. Good shot and good save. Burkheiser with a beautiful saucer pass to Julius, who just is faster than everyone on the OBJ defense. Got behind them, shot it into the belly of the goalie. Egger with a steal. Egger with a shot. Good save there by the OBJ netminder. Michael on a deep pinch. 8 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Pens one another. They can sense it. Burkheiser is going to come in, and that's going to do it. Unofficial shots on goal by Marcy, also known as the King James version of the Bible. 5-1, I'm sorry, shots on goal, 31-26. And the Pens stay undefeated at home. The friendly confines of Cranberry, Pennsylvania. Nate Kinney, sensational in net. Look forward to seeing everybody out in Chicago for our next weekend's ball games. Take care, everybody.